I'm Sai Chaitanya and welcome back to my channel Sai Tech. In today's we'll try to do the CPU throttling comparison between the iQOO 7 versus the Mi 11X device. The reason why I'm doing this kind of comparison because recently I did get a couple of updates in the iQOO 7 and even in the Mi 11X as well, just MIUI 12.5 update, and after the update I did a video on the CPU throttling test. As you can see, friends, is the video which I uploaded, and the results were really amazing and shocking in this Mi 11X device after the MIUI 12.5 update. I think the performance got a little bit better, and a lot of users, they did ask me one question: can you please try to compare with the iQOO 7 how it's performing after the update? So that is what this video is, friends. So let's see how well it will be able to perform with the opponent, which is the iQOO 7 device. So during this time of testing, I'll try to use the full brightness test. So this is another thing which the Mi 11X users, they did ask me to do this kind of test, because so with the extreme test with the high brightness, sometimes the brightness will decrease in the Mi 11X device. So they want to know whether it's happening or not after the recent update. So that is what I'm trying to do even in this video. So this video will be kind of 2-in-1 video for you all. Let me try to close all the background applications. So as you can see, friends, all the background applications got closed completely in both phones, so there is no background applications. And the settings as well, I'm trying to use with the 60 Hz refresh rate. Let me try to first show you the refresh rate, how much I'm trying to use in the display in both phones, so you know exactly I'm trying to use the same settings during this time of testing. So 60 Hz and 60 Hz, as you can see, and both are charged to 100% at this point of making this video. So just to keep the results equal, as you can see, both are charged to 100%, and just now the battery percent decreased to 99% just right now. Let me try to open the CPU throttling application in both phones. So let me clear even that settings. So settings are so cleared, everything is clear, and CPU throttling application. Once I open the CPU throttling application, I'll increase the brightness little by little. So right now let me try to show you the exact settings what I'm using in both phones. As you can see, friends, so both phones I'm using the same kind of settings. So again, after the test, I'll be able to show you the settings what I'm using. As you can see, same settings I'm using right now at this point. Let me need to save the settings. So settings are saved, and let me need to increase the brightness to the maximum and started the test. So let's see if you're trying to use with this kind of full brightness mode, which phone can be able to perform really good and which phone can maintain really high standard performance. So with the full brightness test, temperature 38 degrees, Mi 11X 37.6 degrees, 38 degrees, iQOO 7, as you can see the temperatures. So temperature started to slightly increase in both phones as well, little by little, 38 and 38. If you notice, the performance is slightly dropping in the Mi 11X device. I'm not sure because of the brightness which I'm using, because in my previous test which I did with the CPU throttling using the 50% brightness, the CPU throttling was really good. It did not drop like this, it did not drop like this, as you can see right now, which you are seeing at this point. So maybe if you are using the full brightness, definitely that will put little bit kind of pressure on the CPU. But I just want to see the brightness level, whether it will be dropping or not. That is the main reason why I decided to use 100% brightness, friends. So that is the main thing. As you can see right now, it decreased little bit. So let me try to zoom in a little bit, so you will be able to see it clearly. As you can see right now, it started to decrease. The performance level came below 80%, and in this iQOO 7 it did close to 90% only, even after during this time of testing. As you can see, it's trying to maintain. So maybe if you use the full brightness mode in the Mi 11X device, so maybe the performance might decrease. And another thing, let's check the temperatures, how much it is in both phones. 41.4 and 40 degrees in this Mi 11X device, not much heat. 41 and 40. So these with the full brightness I'm trying to use, friends, in the Mi 11X device, full brightness. So this will give you the real potential of the phones, what it is. So this is a very rare case where you will be using with the full brightness, but I just want to test the performance capabilities of both phones after the recent software updates in two devices. So right now iQOO still going to 100% as well. Sometimes it's just touching and just said hi and came back again, as you can see if you notice a couple of times. So whereas the Mi 11X device, it's coming close to 80% and trying to say hi or bye, as you can see here. And the temperatures on the Mi 11X device, it's 41, 41, 40, but 42 on the iQOO 7. 41 on this MI Linux device. So one thing is pretty clear. So with this kind of medium kind of performance, what happens is that the temperature won't increase much in the MI Linux device. So this is what I came into conclusion, friends, after using a long time with these both phones, which I did so many stress in-depth comparisons. What I felt is that the temperature in the MI Linux device doesn't increase, but this will compromise the performance little bit. So that is what I did see in the MI Linux. So right now 41 degrees, it's not increasing more than 41, but in the iQOO 7 it started to increase to 43. After 3 minutes of doing the test, it went up to 43 as well. 43, as you can see, friends, clearly 43 and 41 in this Mi11 device, Mi11X. You can clearly see the difference, how much it is in terms of the temperature. So in terms of the temperature, slightly disadvantage for the iQOO 7 device, because this phone won't compromise even if the temperature goes above 45. It doesn't care about the temperature, only the performance, the iQOO 7 device. So whereas the Mi11X and other smartphones, when the temperature start to increase, the performance will decrease to keep the temperatures low. But this iQOO doesn't do anything to keep the temperature low, but performance will be maintained high standards. 43.8, as you can see, the temperature will go 44 as well. But in this Mi11X device, 41.8, as you can see. As you can see, friends, clearly the difference is for the first 4 minutes of recording the video. This is what we observed clearly, you can see here. So I can be back after a couple of minutes, so then we can discuss a little bit more. And just now it dropped close to 60% in this Mi11X device, unfortunately, as you can see here. So 60% in this Mi11X device. So only thing is that having the less temperatures is kind of helping this phone, the Mi11X phone. That is what I did feel. 41.4, 42 just now, and 44 degrees in the iQOO 7 device, 44. And the temperature dropped to 80%, and it's again trying to go upside gradually on the iQOO 7, as you can see clearly, friends. So now you will be able to see clearly the difference for the first 5 minutes, how much the both phones are in terms of the first 5 minutes. And in the first 5 minutes, the iQOO 7 still remained around close to 90%, and Mi11X dropped to 60%, close to 65 or 70 after the first 5 minutes. This is the first time I am trying to do the testing with a full brightness. So I did not do any time with the full brightness. I always did with the 50% or 70% brightness, not with the full brightness. So another thing, if you observe, the battery in the iQOO 7 seems to be dropping a little bit more than the Mi11X device. So there's one advantage for this phone, for the iQOO 7, which is the performance. So performance will be not compromised anywhere else in the iQOO 7, but in the Mi11X device, the temperatures will be remaining low and the battery also remaining less. So it won't drain much in the Mi11X device. If you are putting more stress, 41.8, 44, 44.4. Oh my god, that's huge. So 44.4. Complete phone is of 40 degrees, 44.4 somewhere I have seen here, as you can see, friends, 44, but here 42.2. So still the temperature start to increase little by little. You can see how it's going on. So this is for the first 6 minutes. So again I'll be back after a couple of minutes. As you can see, friends, this is for the first close to 10 minutes of doing the testing. You can clearly see the graph in the iQOO 7 still close to 80%. You can see here exactly in the iQOO 7 80%, and in the Mi11X device it was close to, I think, 70% kind of performance level at this point after close to 10 minutes of time. As you can clearly see, friends, this is for the first 10 minutes of time doing this kind of testing. So let's see what will happen after the 15 minutes, so close to 15 minutes of time, and the battery percentage still remaining at 99%, as you can see here, friends, clearly 99% in the Mi11X and 97% in the iQOO 7 smartphone. And let's take the temperature 43.6 and 44.6. As you can see, 44.6 in this iQOO 7, 44.6 in the Mi11X device, 42.4, 42.6. So overall, there is definitely the 2 degrees difference is there between iQOO 7 and the Mi11X device in terms of the temperature wise. And battery wise, again the Mi11X is good, and again the temperature wise Mi11X is good. But in terms of the performance, the iQOO 7 right now it's performing good. So again I'll be back after getting close to 15 minutes of time. As you can see friends, right now we are getting close to 15 minutes of continuously running this CPU throttling test, and I think the final results are pretty clear that iQOO 7 was able to perform the performance consistently even with using the 100% brightness. Still it was able to perform good. So first, as soon as I finish, I'll try to check the temperatures on the front and back, and both phones have finished the readings as you can see here. So let me try to quickly check the temperatures first on the iQOO 7. So 45 degrees, 45.2, 45.4, oh my god, 45.4. So 45.4 degrees in this phone, 45.2 in this iQOO 7 device. So it's really very hot friends right now, and Mi11X device, it's not that hot. When I try to hold the phone, I can easily feel the difference. So 43 and 42, as you can see right now, 42.2 and 42.6, you can see your friends clearly. So 42, but overall the temperature in this Mi11X device feels kind of 42 degrees at this point, 42 degrees and 45 degrees. So this is the overall comparison friends between both phones, and definitely after the update maybe the battery life little bit got optimized, and the performance also should be optimized. The reason is because I'm trying to use full brightness, and that is the reason. And next thing, the brightness did not decrease even after 15 minutes of intense kind of testing. The brightness did not decrease in the Mi11X device. So that is the one confirmation I can give you. If you want, I can do the continuous gaming test for 1 hour in the next video and test the brightness will decrease or not, but right now the brightness did not decrease. So before, even for 10 minutes it used to decrease, but now it did not decrease. So that is the one confirmation, and these are the graphs which you can clearly compare between both phones. I'll try to take the screenshot between both phones, and I'll try to keep in the gallery this kind of collection on the CPU throttling test. And the battery percentage, 95% on this iQOO 7 device and 98% only in this Mi11X smartphone at this point, as you can see friends clearly. So the final conclusion of this video is the performance is monster in this iQOO 7, I can understand, but the temperature is increasing a lot, 45 degrees, and the battery is also decreasing a lot, not a lot but little bit when you compare with the Mi11X device. Mi11X on the other hand, the performance is little bit compromised, but the temperature not increased much, and the battery percentage also not drained much. So both have advantages and disadvantages friends. That is what the conclusion is. So thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more unique kind of comparisons in the next upcoming videos. So see you in the next video friends. Until then, bye.